Hi guys. So this is I am Dana. I'm Glammaz from Glammaz Closet. Glammaz shops a lot on Poshmark, and I primarily sell on Poshmark. I'm a reseller. My email, I just got a notification from Poshmark that their shipping is changing. So I did the homework so that you don't have to. And here's the gist of it. So Poshmark is changing. They've always done priority mail, and it was like a flat rate priority mail. Apparently, the cost of priority mail is going up across the board for USPS. Poshmark has apparently entered into a new negotiation with USPS, and so they have changed their flat rate shipping from priority mail to USPS Ground Advantage. So priority mail has that guaranteed, y'all know, you've been there, 2 to 3 days shipping or whatever. USPS Ground Advantage is different. They don't have, it's typically 2 to 5 days of shipping, and they don't really have like a guarantee in place, which frankly with priority mail, I have found that is, you know, it's not a guarantee that USPS really honors every single time. Sometimes things get lost, sometimes they get delayed to a wrong city for whatever reason. You know, yada yada yada. So we've all seen it with, we saw it with Houston, Texas, like a year and a half ago, I think, 2 years ago. I don't know, time flies. But we know that, priority mail is in theory supposed to be 2 to 3 days guaranteed. And with USPS Ground Advantage, it's 2 to 5 days, probably. So that's the main gist of it. The shipping cost of shipping will lower. And the cost of shipping right now is $8.27, and that is something that the customer pays unless you offer a shipping discount, in which case the shipping discount is offset by you. So they're changing it. The shipping will be less expensive for your customers. They're changing it to $6.49. And again, that's a flat rate for USPS Ground Advantage. Now they did mention that. Let's talk about shipping supplies for a second. I have in the other room, in my Poshmark closet, a bunch of priority mail shipping stuff, right? The boxes, the medium flat rate boxes, the big boxes, little boxes, that sort of thing. After September 12th, technically you're not supposed to use those. So you're supposed to either recycle them or take them back to the post office if they're still in the plastic that they came in, which of course none of mine are. So, you would recycle it, but you can't mail with it unless it actually is priority mail and it's not with Ground Advantage. There is I think they did say in some of the other notes that there was like a grace period of like 30 days, where if it happens, it happens, but they will charge, I think they do charge up for the mistake if you're sending a Ground Advantage in a priority mailbox. And I think the upcharge goes to the seller and not the customer. So if I'm reading it correctly, it looks like they're, they would charge you the few bucks different, the $3 and something, whatever difference. If I'm reading that correctly. My honest assessment would be, I'm just going to quit using the priority mail starting on September 12th. So September 11th is the last day that you can ship priority mail on Poshmark. They still will send the labels that they sent before. You'll just have a different, it'll be Ground Advantage instead of priority, but they'll still email the labels. So you'll still get the pre-done labels sent to you by email, or you can download them if you're doing it that way. I did find out from the USPS Ground Advantage, they do have specific boxes that they don't. I went on the USPS website, and they didn't have any Ground Advantage pre-packaging or boxing or anything like that. So I did do kind of a deeper dive into the notes, and they do have an 800 number. If you got that email, they do have an 800 number that you can call. You have to give them your Poshmark name to prove that you're with Poshmark. So I called that 800 number, and I pressed 1 for shipping, and I repeated that I wanted to speak with a live representative, and I was on hold for 10 and a half minutes before I finally just hung up the phone because I had other phone calls to make and other things to do. I was on hold for about 10 and a half minutes trying to get a hold of a live agent. So getting a hold of a live agent, that's going to be the ooky part. You can also use your own, as you always have been able to, you can use your own boxes and poly mailers and things like that, bubble mailers, all of that. You can still use your own packaging. And for anyone who has done auctions or anything like that, you know that if you have a box that you're reusing from like ThreadUp or like, Amazon order or something like that, if you have a box, just make sure and remove all the stickers and stuff on it. All the stickers, all the shipping labels, you have to kind of remove that because otherwise it's very, very confusing and your order could end up in God knows where, Timbuktu. So there is that. They did say that if you're using your own shipping, and from now on, pretty much you will be using our own shipping, or if you can get a hold of USPS, and good luck with that, their shipping. For Ground Advantage, they did say that the maximum dimensions are 108 inches combined. So let's say that you have a box that is a package that at its widest point is 54 inches and at its longest point is 54 inches. That is okay to do because that's 108 inches combined. But if one of them's 55 and the other one's 54, then you can't because it's 109 inches combined. So you just have to kind of be careful about your dimensions. And that is pretty much, I also went on to the USPS website because I have porch pickup from USPS for my packages. And I wanted to make sure that even without the priority mail that I was still going to get porch pickup. And I did look at it, and here is kind of what it says. It says only premium packages with a T symbol are eligible for free pickup. So I looked down below at the USPS Ground Advantage, and it does have, I don't know if you can see that, but it does have the T symbol on it. So USPS Ground Advantage does have the T symbol on it. Michael from the chat says you can get free unbranded boxes from UPS if you have a business account. UPS or USPS? Because that's free unbranded boxes with USPS. Okay, UPS if you have a business account. So if you do have a business account with UPS, I think you can get unbranded boxes from UPS, which is cool. That's a great source. Usually I just go to Walmart on the weekends because I know they're going to stock up. I go in early if I need to really source boxes, but I order enough on Amazon too. There's a test market out there with USPS Ground Advantage boxes. Patrick Murphy dropped a link, and I'm going to put a star on that. So if you come back, I did put live chat replay. So if you come back later and you check it out, you've got here is the link for that, and that is very, very helpful. Hi, Boo. If advised, call to double check that email address through call and hit 1 for supplies. Hit 1 for supplies. Yeah, I hit 1 for supplies. It just took them, they had me on hold for a live agent like 10 and a half minutes wherein I finally just, I I finally gave up. So if you have a business account with UPS, maybe if you work at a place where you're friends with the shipping manager and they have a business account with UPS, you can actually, I think, get on and order those boxes. Did you get an email address? No, they didn't have an email address. And I checked the USPS website, and there's no. That's usually where I order my priority mail shipping. Oh, it has a message now with an email to email them. Oh, good. Well, I'll have to look for that, Miranda. Thank you very much. That's very helpful. So as far as everything else, pretty much the same. It's just, calling that number for the ground advantage shipping. It's a pain. But hopefully it's up right now. I think they just did it. Oh, I hope so. Miranda, did they send you an email to notify you, or was that up on like the top of your feed, or where did you find that on Poshmark? If you could let us know, that would be great. You can create your own business UPS account. Setting up the account is free. No kidding. Okay, I love that workaround. So Michael with Angry Otter said that you can create a business UPS account. It's free to set it up, and then you can order those boxes. Now, does UPS ship them to you for free, or do you have to go to the store and pick them up? How does that work? Please let me know. Please let the chat know. So if you're on UPS and you have a business account, apparently you can set up a free business account, and apparently you can get those unbranded boxes from UPS. We just need to know, what that looks like. Does it come to your house? Okay, I called the 1-800 number. Okay, so she did call the 1-800 number that Poshmark gave her, hit 1 for supplies, but now they have, and they may have just added this, now they have a pre-recorded message from USPS that they have a high call volume and to email them with closet name and order. Okay, perfect. Hopefully they give you the email address, Miranda. Do they give you the email address? And if so, if you could copy and paste that in the chat, man, that would be so helpful. Drop right at your door for free. Okay, so UPS will drop those off at your door. So there are some shipping alternatives. Okay, the email address is on there on the recording. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. Miranda, Angry Otter, Patrick, thank you all so much. This is really, really good information. And again, I just wanted to share, since I did the homework, I'm like, let's share that because I know several Poshmark sellers, and Poshmark is always changing things. Every platform has that. I think every selling platform has like those normal changes that you see. They're always working for the shareholders to create more business. They're working for the same dollars we are, I guess. So I'm not mad at Poshmark about it. I actually ship a great deal of USPS Ground Advantage when I do auctions and things like that, because a lot of times on Pirate Ship, that is the least expensive way to ship. But I was worried about the pickup, and I'm glad to know that the pickup is still good. So the pickup is I can still get porch pickup from USPS from that. So if you have any comments, any helpful tips, if you have any feedback on that whatsoever, please don't hesitate to put something in the comments below. But I am going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I think that's about as much attention as I can expect anybody to pay to shipping, which is, not the most dazzling topic. But just know that no matter how you ship or where you sell, no matter whether your pickup is on the porch or you have to take them to the post office, never forget, Glammaz loves you. And you all have a wonderful day. Bye.